Ever since the dawn of gaming, man has been obsessed with only one thing: speed. And whether it be Mario Kart time trials or how long I last in bed, I've always aimed to be the fastest man alive. Which is a great segue, because today I will be conquering a different DC superhero, the world's greatest detective, the Dark Knight, the Batman. So join me, comrades, as I plunge into the speedrunning world of Batman Arkham City.
Alright, overly dramatic intro aside, what are we doing today? Well, it's more a question of why. You see, I've made it sort of a tradition to replay Batman Arkham City every year, considering that it's my favourite game of all time, and during one of my casual playthroughs last year, I realised after skipping all the cutscenes that it only took me about 3.5 hours to complete. And that's when I had an idea. What if I use my extensive knowledge of over 30 playthroughs of the game to become the best Arkham City speedrunner of all time? What if I use my extensive knowledge of at least over 30 playthroughs of the game over my lifetime to become the 66th best Arkham speedrunner of all time? Cosrock, you better watch out! Alright, I know what you're going to say, but look, being the best at something is a very hard goal, and chances are I'm not going to be able to get there. But you know I never come last! We established it in the intro. Alright, enough horsing around, let's just play through the game once, you know, see how fast I can do it, how much time I've got to shave off to beat Cosrock, and Turns out I'm pretty good at this game. See, I'm yet to employ any sort of speedrunning tactics, and I'm only 5 minutes off of obliterating my new arch enemy. I don't think 66 is going to cut it. I think I can do this in sub 2 hours. Meaning I have a new arch enemy. I'm just going to call him the Yank. That's right, Yankee boy. I'm going to wipe the floor with you and become the 65th best speedrunner of all time. And most importantly, I'm going to do it for Britain. So we've answered what and why, but now it's time to get onto the juice. How? See, turns out my 2 hour 15 run was actually quite stinky. I only realised this when consulting the best of the best, and I saw a few little tricks that could help me along in my speedrunning career. So, I'm going to bring you through a little list of some of the mistakes I've made and how I'm going to fix them. Mistake number 1, Spanish. Duh. Turns out completing the game in Spanish is actually quicker than completing the game in English. Why? Have you seen Speedy Gonzalez? That mouse is rapid. But it is with a heavy heart, ladies and gentlemen. I have decided I will not be doing that. You see, there's a bunch of cryptograph sequence of puzzles to do, and to solve them you have to have a knowledge of the language, and I don't, and I definitely can't be asked to memorise a bunch of Spanish words. So I'm going to not do that. It's probably only going to take like 10 seconds off my time anyway. Mistake number 2, grapnel boost. Duh. Now I know what you're saying. Grapnel boost helps you traverse the map faster. Surely that equals more speed. Well, you're not just wrong, you're stupid. And you're ugly, just like your mum. We don't need it. We can do a little speedrunning trick to get around the map instead. You just grapple up to something, and then you cancel out and do a little glide. Plus, missing out this section shaves off a total of about 5 minutes, which is, you know, quite a lot for speedrunning. Mistake number 3, combat and stealth. You thought I was going to say duh again. There are a few things that will speed this up. 1, the multi-ground takedown, melts for enemies. 2, the backlaw, just yank people off to their death. And 3, avoiding combat or stealth altogether. So with all these things in mind and a small list of things on my second monitor to do along the run, there's no time like the present to send the yank into an early grave.
Alright, run number 2. Run 1 went pretty well. Time to beat is 2 hours, 14 minutes and 54 seconds. So, I mean, yeah, let's just do it.
So to begin with, the run starts as normal. Strange tells us some home truths, we get processed, we sort out Two-Face, and we head to the church. This is where our first little speedrunning tactic comes in.
Okay, so first little trick. Now, normally we wait for Harley to finish speaking and we throw smoke down, grapple up to the top, Batman says a bunch of stuff and we can't move. But if we throw on the smoke and don't do anything, and then jump over this guy, and then jump over this guy, they don't know we exist. Good. Then we take down this guy, and take down this guy. Boom. Look at that. I'm a bloody speedrunner.
We then head to the steel mill after Joker, missing out the grapnel boost of course, and progress as normal to the Penguins Museum, while doing a few neat little tricks along the way.
See, one of the great perks of being on easy difficulty is rather than doing all the stealthy stuff, you can kind of just throw yourself into a situation and get shot a bunch. And it pretty much works out great for you. Cool. Now that those guys are taken care of, we can go in here, pull this grate down for extra speed later, take down this room. And there you go. You just leave without me even realising. Alright, we'll breeze through the rest of this and then go see the penguin.
But that cockney bugger sent me short of a sheet, so I've got to do these jammers just to get down the apples and pears. However, this is no task for Batman. We can just do the jammers while people shoot at us. And if you think that's stupid, watch the Batman. So we run past the enemies and make our way back to the museum, where we see that penguins kidnapped the bottle and stopper and I'll stop with the cockney rhyming slang now. We fight some dudes, say hello to a shark, save freeze and do another very cool speedrunning strategy.
Okay, watch this, you're gonna like it. Jump up here, do a little... Yes? Yeah! Look at me, man, who needs ice?
Now that we've mastered skipping the water, we save the police, give Penguin a knuckle sandwich, make light work of Grundy, and spank Penguin again for good luck. Next up is following the blood trail of one of Ra's al Ghul's assassins. But we don't follow anything, we're not sheep. We know we need to go to a roof right by the Ace Chemicals building, but no matter what we do, we can't help but get bonked on the head by her. So we give her a hug and follow the power of that hug down to Wonder City and scale some robots, all while running away from an army of clones. We then breeze through Ra's boss fight and pull off one of maybe the stupidest plays in history.
Okay, look, I love this game, but I can't defend this part at all. He says he's gonna kill her. He's got a knife to her throat. We pull out a batarang, so why doesn't he slit her throat? We throw the batarang at him, he still doesn't slit her throat. Then it goes back, hits him in the back of the head, and he still doesn't slit her throat and we kick him. It's supposed to be a master assassin, it's stupid.
Then we take a trip back to our good pal Mr. Freeze and kick the shit out of him in record time. But oh no, Harley stole the cure. Oh yeah, Batman's sick by the way, I might have glossed over that. Now we've put Freeze in his place, it's time for us to start utilising a very important upgrade near the end of the game, which is the Batclaw disarm. You see, there are snipers throughout the end of the game, and most of them are in a position where you can just yank the gun out of their hand over an edge, and they can't pick it back up, meaning that you don't have to actually fight the enemies, you can just skip them all entirely.
Alright, this is where the Batclaw disarm comes in handy. I'll have that, thank you.
Then it's one final trip to the steel mill, imploring some little speedrunning tactics along the way.
Have that, you bastard. See ya. What absolute morons.
We bitch slap Joker, and then scan those very annoying helicopters. After a quick fight and then skipping one altogether, we free solo up to the top of Wonder Tower, make light work of the guards and headbutt Strange into another galaxy. But damn, just when we thought the job was done, Joker's made us a vlog. So we head to the theatre, use our awesome Batclaw trick, and start the Clayface boss fight. And this is where we use our last speedrunning tactic. You see, normally you have to wait for Clayface to roll into the bombs that Joker conveniently left out for us. The power of our handy explosive gel, we can actually skip that altogether and make him blow up wherever we want.
Right, watch this, boys. This is so cheeky. Spray that down there. Yep, come over here. Oh my god, that is so good. That can literally save us maybe 2 minutes in this boss fight. I'm not even joking.
And now we're on the final stretch. Not even a minute left of gameplay. Just a brisk slice through Clayface's children, and we finally finish the game. But what time did I get here, you all asking? Did I even beat Cosrock of all people? Well, I can tell you, not only did we beat Cosrock, not only did we beat the Yank, but we beat 2 more! 1 hour 50, 52nd in the world, and we did it for Britain. God save the King, and thank you all for watching.